Hey guys, Arpim here. Hope you're doing well, having a really great day. This video, I got an offer to trade for all of my Kaspa miners, essentially. Okay, 10 KS0 Pros, and then the 2 KS5Ms and also 3 KS5Ls for GPUs. Okay, actually 12 3080 Ti's. Founders editions. So in this video, I want to compare the pros and cons and the risks involved and whether or not, this is a good trade or a bad trade. I want to go through it in this video, and I would love your guys' opinion about this trade, okay? Let me know down below, okay? So let's talk about it right now, right after a word from today's sponsor.
Wondering what crypto miner hosting is and why you need it? If you're tired of dealing with high heat, constant noise, and skyrocketing electric bills from running your crypto miners at home, we've got the solution. Welcome to Terra Hosting. We make crypto mining hassle-free. Our top-tier facilities ensure your operations run smoothly with an impressive average 99% uptime. Need help? Our 24/7 support team and repair services are always ready to assist you. Got a broken machine? We offer RMA assistance to get you back on track as fast as possible. While you wait for your unit, Terra Hosting will loan you a similar model so that you don't lose hash rate, keeping your profits coming in. Looking to expand your farm? Our clients get significant discounts on mining hardware. Make the smart move to Terra Hosting. Visit terrahosting.io today and experience stress-free crypto mining.
Okay, so you guys have probably seen my previous videos over the past week. I essentially shut down a bunch of miners, okay, notably the ones that were really not so much profitable anymore, my Kaspa miners, my AL3, a lot of the, older, I guess, inefficient miners like the gold shell miners. Yeah, they're just, I turned them off. I think collectively I turned off almost 20,000 watts of power, but instead I replaced them with miners that were a little bit better. Okay, so yeah, that's what I've been doing. Just to give you guys a quick update, if you haven't seen those videos, I mean, that's basically what I did. So when I did those videos, I had a lot of people reach out to me asking, Red Panda, are you selling this stuff? Can I buy some of this stuff? And a lot of you guys offered trades as well, okay? So there's one gentleman, I'm not gonna name his name here, but he wanted to trade, okay, the 10 KS0 Pros that I have here, the 10 commemorative Kaspa ones, and as well as 3 of the KS5Ls that I have, and also the 2 KS5Ms, okay? So he offered 12 RTX 3080 Ti's Founders Editions, okay? So would you guys take that trade? And spoiler alert, I'm taking that trade, okay? I'm taking that trade, just to let you all know early, okay? I'm gonna go through a bunch of reasons, and this is not necessarily to say this is either a good trade or a bad trade. We don't know which one's gonna play out, whether or not, Kaspa's gonna do better, or the Kaspa's gonna price appreciate, or, if the miners that I have, are still gonna be good when Kaspa goes up. But then there's, a lot of risks involved, there's new miners, new Kaspa miners that were announced, like the KS7. Is Bitmain gonna announce a new Kaspa miner? There's a lot of risks involved, and so I just want to talk about it, okay? About this trade, which I'm already doing, okay? So after this video, I'm gonna pack it all up, but I mainly want to get your guys' perspective, opinions down below, okay? So when he told me he wanted to trade 3080 Ti Founders Edition cards, I immediately said yes. I don't know why. It's probably because, I have a GPU mining addiction. Right away, when he said GPUs, I was just shaking right away. I mean, you all know, I have a massive GPU mining addiction, and I know GPU mining is really not great right now, depending on your electrical cost, of course. It's really not great. But here's really my reason for saying yes to those 3080 Ti's. I know they're 2 generation old GPUs now, 30 series cards. Okay, they're not 40 series, 4090s, they're not 5090s or 5080s or anything like that, but they're 3080 Ti Founders Editions. So if you guys know the specs of those GPUs, they have GDDR6X memory, I believe 12 gigabytes of VRAM, 384-bit bit bus. You know, it's a pretty strong GPU for what it is. And right now on eBay, I think they're going for about 600 bucks USD. So I think in terms of like dollar per dollar value right now, if you did the math on the 10 KS0 Pros and then the 3 KS5Ls and 2 KS5Ms, I believe the 3080 Ti's will have a bit more value than all of these Kaspa miners. If you collectively added, the used prices of these things right now, which are about, I don't know, I've seen from $300 for a KS5L to like $600, it ranges, right? And then the KS0 Pros, I mean, they're really not worth anything either, because right now a lot of these miners are not profitable at, a certain electrical rate. If you had like 4 cents or 5 cents electric, they're fine. But the gentleman who contacted me, one of the big reasons why he wanted these green KS0 Pro commemorative ones was that he was gonna give them to each of his friends and families so that they could also, learn about Kaspa, mine Kaspa at home, with a little miner like this, only like 100 watts, right? So that's a great way for getting friends and family in, into the ecosystem, which is great. I love that. So now let's talk about the big boy ones, like the 2 KS5Ms and the 3 KS5Ls. I am no longer, doing that $30,000 long-term test, right? You guys know I was mining these since August 1st of 2024, and since then I mined about 96,000 Kaspa, and I can show you guys here about 95,891 Kaspa. I think I have like another 900 or 800 Kaspa on Kaspa Pool, so I have to get that payout. So about 96,000, 97,000 Kaspa I mined since August 1st of 2024. So we did the math, right? This is in Canadian, by the way. Okay, I changed it to USD. So yeah, this amount of Kaspa that I mined, I've already done a video called Full Circle. You guys should go watch that, explaining that I essentially paid this same amount on electricity on all of these five Kaspa miners over the past 8 to 9 months on electricity. Okay, so the same amount that I spent on electricity is the same amount of value that this Kaspa is worth, that I mined and yielded over the past 8 months. So it hasn't even like touched the initial, $30,000 initial investment if I actually did that, right? I'm just doing this as a test, right? I got majority of my Kaspa miners from a sponsorship, so thanks to my resellers. But I was doing a test to see, if mining and holding, which I've done many times in the past, would work out. And so at this point in time, currently, it hasn't. Where we are currently with these market conditions, where altcoins are right now, I get it, right? The time frame for me to show you guys this and talk about this isn't a good time right now, right? Obviously. But I'm still bullish of Kaspa in the future. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, I'm ending this test because, yeah, I'm no longer mining profitably over even my electrical rate, which is pretty low at about 7.4 cents. At 7.4 cents, I'm losing on all of these miners, my KS5Ls, KS5Ms, my KS0 Pros especially, and more so the past half year. It's been just more and more difficult. So that's one of the big reasons why I'm wanting to do this trade for those 3080 Ti's. Then another thing, okay, another risk that I was just thinking about is that there's a lot of newer models coming out. And I know the gentleman who has, wanting to trade for these, he knows that too, right? There's the new Isover KS7 that's out, that's going to be coming out next month. And I'm sure Bitmain's going to announce a new KS7 as well, right? They have the KS5 Pros and whatnot, like those are still marginally well, depending on your electrical costs. But right now, Kaspa's about almost over 90% mined, right? 90%. So if I were to keep all these miners in hopes that, Kaspa would do like a 10x or at least a 4x or 5x, right? I think I need Kaspa to like at least 4x, to get my initial, investment back, from all the Kaspa that I mined. So I'm obviously holding on to all that Kaspa, by the way, just to let you guys know, right? I'm hoping for better times. But yeah, the risk involved of newer miners coming out, the network hash rate right now has been dropping, but as those new miners are gonna come on, depending on your electrical cost, it's gonna be quite competitive. So there's that equilibrium, right? As newer miners come out, depending on how many of those are gonna come on, then the less efficient miners like these KS0 Pros, maybe KS3Ms, the KS3s, those are probably, eventually turning off, depending how many people have those, right? And so then when those KS7s turn on, it's going to make the network, you know, it's going to be a lot more difficult, or stay the same, you know, depending on what the price of Kaspa is. So there's that equilibrium that's going to take place depending on Kaspa's price. Do I personally want to risk mining with these miners still and losing, you know, paying my electrical bill out of pocket and holding Kaspa? No, I've already been doing that for like the past 8 months, and it's come to a point where I feel like I've mined enough, right? I've had enough in a sense that it's not like I don't believe in Kaspa, it's just I can no longer pay that electrical bill out of pocket. I'm not willing to risk that further, but I am willing to hold the Kaspa that I mine with all these. I hope that makes sense to you guys, right? I have nothing against, you know, mining Kaspa. I think it's been great, but we've essentially come full circle on the amount that I mined against my electric, which really sucks, to be honest. So my saving grace is, you know, what I've mined over the past 8-9 months is that I have to hold it in hopes of future price appreciation to see if, you know, I can pay off my $30,000 initial investment back. Theoretically, of course. I've been doing this whole test because, you know, for anyone that bought, you know, a miner back in August, a KS5M, KS5L, they might be in a similar boat than I am. Or unless you sold every day, then you're a little bit well off, but I don't think you've gotten your money back yet. But then if you sold, you lose the potential of, you know, further price appreciation of the coin. So that's why I've been mining and holding out of pocket, right? That's the risk I was willing to take, or also the test that I was doing for everybody. So here's another reason as to why I'm wanting those 3080 Ti's, is that I can use them for either crypto mining, which is really not great right now, I get it, or for some type of GPU rental, right? For AI, for compute. That's kind of what I've been leaning towards bigger GPUs for. I know 3080 Ti's are probably not that great on Salad, they're probably not great on Vast, but I feel that GPUs, they still have a bit of value, and the gentleman that's trading them for me, he's not wanting to use them essentially anymore, and knows that I'll be able to figure out something to use them for, something at least. I know 3080 Ti's aren't efficient like my 3070s, and definitely not as efficient as like the CMP 170HXs or anything like that, but you know, 3080 Founders Editions, you know, Founders Editions are really nice, right? Being Founders Editions, those cards are also sought after as well by, you know, gamers and, you know, people who are using them for AI maybe, but yeah, I think that's pretty much my like reasonings, you know, back and forth. The gentleman who wanted to trade, you know, really loves Kaspa. He believes in Kaspa wholeheartedly. I believe he's a maxi pretty much. So he wants more of those miners and, you know, giving away those miners to his family and friends. I think that's great. So I think this trade is generally fair in a way. Maybe I'm currently in dollar value, I'm winning out currently in terms of, you know, how much the Kaspa miners are worth and then how much the 3080 Ti's are worth. I think the 3080 Ti's are worth like a little bit more currently. But yeah, I may potentially lose out on the future price appreciation of Kaspa. You know, what if Kaspa went up, you know, the next week, right? If Kaspa went up to like 15 cents, you know, next week, then those KS5Ls, KS5Ms will be profitable, right? And then when those KS7s come on, I mean, time will tell, of course, but you know, we all know the emission schedule, all that stuff. But that's something that I'm willing to miss, essentially. And I have the bag of Kaspa that I mined already. It's already getting too difficult to mine Kaspa. Emission schedule, as everyone knows. Kaspa has about 9.8% left to mine. But you guys let me know. Yeah, I'm just in this side because it's a lot quieter than over there. It's way too loud with those ASICs. But anyways, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts, okay? So I just wanted to make this video talking about the trade, okay? Let me know if you guys think the trade is a good trade or a bad trade, all right? The 10 KS0 Pros and 3 KS5Ls and 2 KS5Ms for 12 RTX 3080 Ti's. You guys let me know if that's a good trade, but I've already said yes to it, like I said earlier. So time to say goodbye to these miners. I was like gonna make wall art out of these, but hey, I'm glad they can be sent to the gentleman who wants to give it to family and friends. I think that's really cool. All right, my friends, I'll see you on the next video. Please let me know your comments, opinions down below. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out, peace out. Kaspa, you better go up. Price, come on, let's go.